Nora woke up with a start, her heart pounding as she took in her surroundings. The quickly abandoned campsite where she had sought refuge for the night was eerily silent. She rubbed her eyes, trying to shake off the remnants of restless sleep. The ethereal landscape around her was bathed in a surreal light, colors shifting and pulsating with a life of their own. Nora took a deep breath, her resolve hardening. She packed her belongings, clutching the journal she had found, and set off on her journey once more. As she walked, Nora kept her senses sharp. The ground beneath her feet felt spongy and alive, and the air was filled with the hum of unseen energy. The strange flora around her glowed softly, their bioluminescent leaves casting a delicate light that danced across her path. Every now and then, she glanced at the sky, a swirling mix of purples and greens with floating islands that defied the laws of physics she had once known. Each step deeper into this new dimension filled her with a mixture of awe and trepidation. Nora followed a trail of items that seemed to have belonged to Zoe. Each discovery, a photograph, a locket, a broken compass, strengthened her resolve. She carefully picked up a small, rusted metal device, partially buried in the ground. Brushing aside the bioluminescent moss, she recognized it as a piece of human technology. This confirmed her suspicion: she wasn't the first human to set foot in this dimension. Others had been here before her, and Zoe was among them. She continued her journey, keeping a journal to document her psychological and emotional state as reality became increasingly fluid. Nora wrote about the shifting landscape, the strange gravity that made her steps lighter or heavier in an unpredictable pattern, and the curious creatures with iridescent skin and expressive eyes that watched her silently. One such creature, resembling a cross between a jellyfish and a bird, floated close to her, its tendrils gently brushing against her arm. Nora held her breath, but the creature merely emitted a soft, melodic hum and drifted away, leaving her both relieved and fascinated. As the day progressed, Nora climbed a small hill and came across what appeared to be another abandoned campsite. There were remnants of a fire, scattered tools, and a makeshift shelter built from materials that didn't look native to this world. It was clear that whoever had been here had left in a hurry. Nora's heart ached with a mix of hope and fear. She wasn't alone in this strange dimension, but the unknown fate of those who came before her weighed heavily on her mind. Determined, she pressed on, her eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of human presence. The creatures watched her silently as she continued her search, their eyes reflecting the strange, shimmering light of the landscape. She walked for hours, the ever-changing environment keeping her on edge, but also filling her with wonder. Every step brought new surprises: floating rocks that defied gravity, streams of liquid light that flowed uphill, and trees that seemed to whisper secrets to the wind. Eventually, Nora came across another piece of technology. This time it was a small, rusted metal box, partially buried in the ground. She knelt down, brushing the moss aside to reveal more details. It looked like a part of a larger machine, perhaps a communication device or a piece of scientific equipment. The discovery filled her with a renewed sense of purpose. She stood up, scanning the horizon for any other signs of human presence. The thought that she might find others, perhaps even Zoe, spurred her on. As night began to fall, Nora found a spot to rest. She gazed up at the swirling sky, her thoughts a whirlwind of emotions. She was in a world where the very fabric of reality was different, yet she felt an unshakable determination to uncover its secrets. The journey ahead was fraught with uncertainties, but Nora knew she had to keep going. She had to find out who had been here before and, most importantly, what had become of Zoe. With her resolve strengthened by the day's discoveries, Nora closed her eyes, the soft glow of the landscape providing a surreal sense of calm. The adventure was just beginning,